Routine. Fuck yeah. Man, that was tight. There we go. Well, bon appetit. So, the Killer Klowns came out in 1988 and just tells a story of a meteor spaceship that crash lands on the Earth and has all these space clowns basically terrorizing the whole city. That's basically the basicality of the story. And this is a wild movie. This is one I'm ashamed to say I didn't get to watch when I was a kid. But I can say with confidence that if I did, I would have loved it. 100%. But unfortunately, I only got to watch it recently and I fucking loved it. It's a kick-ass movie. It's the perfect balance of horror and comedy. And it's just, wow. How did I miss this? But, so yeah. Crash land on Earth and all the clowns are running around, and the designs in general for these clowns is just so memorable and so creepy. They're so perfectly done, they're well creepy. Practical effects, as always, for the win. And so a farmer finds the circus and his dog, Pooh Bear, great name for a dog, basically gets killed, missing. So he's cracking up, trying to tear down the circus with his bare hands. Gets electrocuted. And yeah, that's his ass. So the whole city is basically terrorized, and there's a cop, the chief of police, which I fucking hated in this movie. Pissed me off. Basically not taking anything serious. Like, he hears multiple reports that there's these clowns at the door, and they're kidnapping people, they're shooting people with ray guns and knocking heads off. And he's like, just debunking it as the whole city is in on this big joke. Instead of going to actually check it out and look and investigate like a fucking cop. Oh God, he pissed me off so much. I know it was intentional. His character's supposed to be like that, but fucking hell. But he says to one of the cops, he says, you know, no one's gonna make a dummy out of me. Foreshadowment, because he ends up becoming a human puppet, which actually is a creepy ass scene. In fact, there's two specific scenes in this movie that are genuinely creepy, like genuinely. The first one is when a clown is trying to lure a little girl out of a restaurant, and he's just doing that outside the window, just, and he has like a mallet or a hammer behind him, which he's obviously going to use. But it's just so creepy, the scene, it did a really good job at balancing. It didn't make it goofy or silly, or it was just straightforward, and it was tense the closer she got to the door and closer to him. You sort of tense up, you're like, don't fucking do it. But thankfully somebody stopped her right before she went out. Even though I think it was the mother, grabbed the girl. How do you not look and see the fucking clown standing there going like that to your daughter? It's like she just literally just didn't see it. How? If it were me and I saw someone doing that to my kid, I'd kick the shit out of him. I might get shot by a ray gun, but at least I tried. The second scene is as I've already said, the human puppet scene where the chief of police got killed, and the clown, which is like sitting in the background whenever the cop comes out, and the chair just slowly turns around, and then you just see the clown, and I think his name is Jumbo or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he has the cop or the chief of police and like using him as a puppet, and it's just such a dark scene, and it's just so creepy, and like he leans forward and he says, you know, "Don't worry, Dave. We only want to kill you," which is a line that just it sends chills, and it's so effective. It's like basically we're here to kill you. That's it. It's no motive, just kill you, harvest you, drink your blood. Usual. So it's just such a perfect little balance, and the effects in this movie are really, really good too. Like as I said, practical effects, yes, are so good. You know, like you had the clown like knocking a guy's head off, and it just looked really effective. You had just so many effects that were just, that's the shit we want to see. And the characters are all memorable. There's a lot of memorable characters. There's, I think you call them the Tafini brothers. I might have pronounced that wrong, but they have like an ice cream van, and they're goofy as fuck. So it's just hilarious. Although it's an iconic design for the ice cream truck to have like a clown's head on the top of it, I thought that was really cool. Nice little touch. And yeah, they're goofy as fuck. Maybe the clowns have stopped off this planet just for a bite to eat. Technically, in his defense, he was right. Technically. But yeah, I'm kicking myself we didn't watch this when I was younger. I would have absolutely loved it. And my gosh, I mean, I can see why it's a cult classic, and it is. It's known. Everybody like that knows this movie has high praise and appreciation for this movie. I mean, for 1988, it holds up today. It really, really does. And I love the fact that at the end, as they call it, the main, like, you know, the main killer clown, like the boss, as he's referred to as Clownzilla, great name, who was actually played by one of the makers of this movie, one of the brothers. Originally, they wanted to do stop motion, but they just ran out of time and budget. So he said, "Fuck it, I'll just put the costume on, and you know, it can make me look big." And it holds up. It did. It works. So how they discover how to kill these clowns is to shoot their nose. If you shoot the nose, it'll explode, and then you spin around, and then the clown itself will explode. Only in this movie. But there was one part in this that, okay, apart from the chief of police, that pissed me off. I was glad he snuffed it. But another scene that frustrated me was, you know, the cop shooting away at Clownzilla and missing every single fucking shot. He's fucking huge. That means his nose is bigger. All you have to do is aim it at the nose, bang, that's it. Instead he's fucking missing and shooting and he's the one that discovered that's how you kill the clown. He did it early, he was the first one. So how the fuck are you not knowing? Either way. That's just movie logic. But yeah, the kills are really creative. Like throwing pies, but acid pies at people. It's like obviously it's a clown gimmick, a clown, pie faces, people, you know, stereotypical. What are you doing with those pies, boys? This gets fucking destroyed. Oh shit. The famous door-to-door scene with the pizza. He opens the pizza box and Klown comes out with a gun, shoots the girl. Oh, just fucking classic stuff. And they keep them all cocooned after they zap them in the ship, which is obviously a big circus, which is it's actually quite clever. And they're cocooned in cotton candy. Yep. Because there's a scene like where the big clown goes in, he takes out like a crazy straw, sticks it in, starts drinking the blood, and it's pretty clever. You know, they've obviously come to harvest the planet, to, you know, harvest us and eat us and, well, drink, you know. Either way, very clever movie. I can imagine back in the day, whenever this came out of nowhere, everybody would be like, you know, what the fuck's this? Killer clowns from outer space? What? But yeah, it's an awesome movie. I highly, highly recommend it. And I will always, forever be pissed at myself for not watching it sooner. What a miss. Anyway, love the movie. Totally recommend you watch it. And yeah, I can't praise it more than enough. I mentioned the kick-ass soundtrack, didn't I? Fuck yeah, I did. Which I added to my playlist. Fuck yeah. In fact, I'm going to listen to it straight after this video. I have to. So, if you watched and you're stuck here, thank you so much for watching. I wholeheartedly appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And yeah, if you enjoyed this type of content, these type of reviews, I got so many more to come, then you know, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and we can talk horror. You know, let me know in the comments below what your favorite scene in this movie was. And what age were you when you first seen it? And what was your first impression? Yeah. Can't wait to hear. Anyway, thank you for watching. And as always, don't kill anyone.